Hey, good afternoon. Welcome back to the channel, October Red. We are here. I'm Abs. Of course, it's my channel. Welcome to all of you. I just wanted to say a massive thank you to all of you that watched the live, tuned into the live, got involved in the comments. I really enjoyed it. Some really good banter with that. So a massive thank you to you. We're just going to kind of like review the weekend, the fights. And I'm going to go straight, first of all, to the Matchroom card. Obviously Matchroom broadcast on Dazn. Going to touch over the fights. I'm not going to go into too much detail because obviously we covered it on the live. Campbell Hatton versus Sampson. Obviously we know how that ended. It ended in a disqualification. I think it was round 8 after 2 points were deducted. A messy fight, not an attractive fight. We kind of like heard the feedback that Eddie Hearn gave young Campbell, basically saying we want to see better than this. We've got to see better than this. Obviously following on from what he said about building the fighters. So yeah, we'll kind of like leave that one what it is. He's got another win. It is by disqualification of his opponent. But yeah, we'll see what happens moving forward with young Campbell, because he's quite a few fights in. He's actually been put on some really good cards and been put on quite high up, all the rest of it. So yeah, right. Majid Farrell, I enjoyed that fight, and I said that Farrell is a tough fighter. We've seen him go in with some good opponents. He's not someone that's going to come in there and think, you know, you're going to bowl him over. He's going to come in there to win. And he really did put the pressure on. Majid's got, you know, lovely stature, really long rangy fighter, and really started to tuck in those hard punches. Because as we see, he was down, was it at round 6? I think was it about 30 seconds into round 6? And then obviously we've got the technical stoppage. We've got the stoppage in the same round. So yeah, well done to Majid on that. Onwards and upwards for him. I like his style actually. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more from him. Now, this is a fight that I was speaking about before. Fiaz versus Bellotti. I've tweeted it. I said it's a potential banana skin. It's a tough, solid test. And that's what we saw. We saw the round 8, not that, I think it was a body shot that got to Fiaz. And when it's when the fighters get up and they look towards their corner, that's when you know maybe this is not really looking good. We had a barrage of punches coming in from Bellotti. Bellotti that sat at the press conference and said it's nice to know that I'm not the underdog for once. So I think the trust and confidence was that Bellotti was going to do it anyway. Which he did, and quite rightfully so. The towel came in from Fiaz's corner. Jamie Moore, experienced coach. I don't even need to say anything on that. Live to fight another day. It was just too much for him, and it is what it is. Back to the drawing board. So you can say it was an upset, but I think some of us probably saw that was probably going to be the tough test. The banana skin is what I called it for Fiaz. So commiserations to Fiaz. Obviously, he'll come again. And congratulations to Bellotti. Peter Mclell versus Mendoza. Now, they made good dancing partners, if I'm going to be quite honest. I thought, you know, he's lovely on his feet. And shout out to Paul Stevenson, that's his coach from the Red Triangle Gym up there in Liverpool. Got a lot of time for Paul. I like his corner work. I like his demeanour, his style, the way he is with his fighters. Very calming. You come back into the corner and it's like he's very calm in his approach. Doesn't say too much, just says what's necessary. We saw a good demonstration from Peter with his feet, the way that he's able to slip out of the way and literally make his opponent like spin around, like where is he going? Really, really good footwork. And footwork I'm a fan of. I like to watch when fighters are able to really navigate themselves around the ring. So he cruised his way. Well, in fact, no, I'm not going to say he cruised his way because it was a good dance partner for him. It was. But he got the win. A comfortable win via points. So yeah, another fight. We go on to the last one that I'm going to cover on the Matchroom card. Catterall Linares. Linares, you know, years of experience, a champion, former champion. you know, that you can't buy. And we saw that experience in there. I think Catterall, what round did he wobbled him in? He got him in the fifth. And I thought, here we go. He's going to, you know, Catterall's going to go in for the kill because Linares was really out of it. Went back into the ropes. But there's that experience. They know how to survive the rounds, don't they? They know how to dig deep and stay in there. Because that was quite early. Because I was thinking, bloody hell, is Catterall going to get him out already? But he survived, and obviously survived all the way to a point. I like Jack's style. I like Jack's defense. You know, he's always tapping out, tapping out, tapping out, ready to come with that 1-2. And it was the 1-2 that was peppering, you know, kept on getting Linares. His face was reddened, as you could see. I saw like shades of the Josh Taylor fight in Catterall's style. Just the way he is. He really tucks that chin in and protects himself with his shoulder. He's able to, you know, go in for that 1-2. He did up his like barrage. He started to really come off. When he knew that he had him hurt, he started to really go in there and get stuck in with the shots. The only thing I'd probably say about that, it would have been nice to see him just continue to up the gears, like to really push. Because I really do believe that he could have got the stoppage, but he got a points win. You know, he's done what he's needed to do. He's in a tasty division, but as you've seen from what Jack says, it's got to be, he wants that Josh Taylor rematch. He wants to right that wrong. I was there and I watched that fight, and yeah, I'll guarantee you that will be a really good fight to watch. And I think it will sell well as well because of the controversial ending to that. So congratulations to Jack. Onwards and upwards. Let's see what happens. I think there was a bit of toing and froing on Twitter, but you know me, I'm not going to really get involved in that. So let's move over to Sky Sports Boxer. And remember, I'm catching up on these fights. So it's kind of like highlights I'm watching as I was doing the live. So I'm going to go straight into the Green versus Gilly. So obviously, you know, congratulations to Sam Gilly. He's now the new Commonwealth at super welterweight. So congratulations to him. He's as hard as nails. And that was a good fight. We saw some really good toe-to-toe action. To be fair, I don't think Sam's Gilly's ever been in a boring fight, if I'm honest. He got him with this lovely whipping body shot, which, sorry, things in my kitchen just getting smashed. We'll ignore that. A lovely body shot, which he stayed down for the 8 count. So yeah, awesome work there. So yeah, congratulations, lovely win. The round 12 I found quite exciting actually, because obviously this is the end, isn't it? We know it's going to go to points. So who puts on the most, you know, the most aggressive performance to catch those judges' eyes, to make sure that if they weren't watching the first half of the fight, they're going to score it to the winner in this last round. And it can go like that. I'm not saying that judges switch off, but just in case. So yeah, a grueling round 12 for both of them. Some toe-to-toe action. I think Gilly had a swelling under his eye. I can't remember which side it was, but they were literally going at each other. Excellent fight. It suited the environment. You heard the crowd. They were excited. They were happy. Some more fights I can see for Sam Gilly on Sky Sports Boxer moving forward. So congratulations to him and the new. I'm going to touch on probably one of you know, my favorite fighters, which is Caris Artingstall. Shout out to her walkout. She always has good walkouts, and she's always got the lovely outfits on. She walked out to Doja Cat, painted the town red, and she was wearing those lovely red robes. Caris is a very aggressive. She's very spiteful. She's a spiteful fighter, and I do enjoy watching her. Or you know, the fight. What round did it go? It was only 2 rounds on that one. And the thing is, it was just literally those basics again, the 1-2, 1-2, just straight down the pipe. Bradford never had any answers for it. There was no head movement for him. It made a really easy target. Not to discredit Caris, because Caris was on point all the time, but her face, their forehead, and then there were you know, I think she knocked her down round 1, 45 seconds into it, knocked her down. So straight away it's like, whoa, what is Caris coming with? And remember, this opponent hasn't been stopped before as well. And then I think it was, she went down again, in round 2, and that's when the corner pulled it, and obviously Carice gets the TKO stoppage. Beautiful performance. I can't wait to see more from Carice. I really like her style. She's calculated. She's in and out. She's got nice light feet. She, she does do those combinations. Sorry, my battery's dying. She does do those lovely combinations. She can work upstairs and downstairs, but she did it with the 1-2 and just literally peppered Bradford's face. So lovely win. Congratulations to Carice. And then finally, Isaac Chamberlain. Well, Mclell versus Isaac Chamberlain. What can we say about that? To me, Isaac controlled the fight. I did say that Isaac's got the better experience, but Mclell can, bang. And I was a bit umming and ahhing about it. I was kind of like on the fence. But I did say, if I'm going to pick a side, I'm going to say Isaac with boxing experience. You have to realise Isaac's been around for a minute. He's sparred some really good opponents. He's been in there and had some really good fights. You can't really beat that experience. But Mclell, when he was in there, he just didn't seem to have the answers. Didn't seem to have anything to throw back at Isaac. So Isaac was able to manipulate that. Even when Isaac was backed up onto the ropes, Mclell got him, don't get me wrong, got in there with some uppercuts and that, but it just didn't phase. However, when Isaac got Mclell on the ropes, it was a barrage of attacks and really accurately throwing in those short range hooks into the body and into the head. Sometimes the fight got messy. It is what it is, but I'm so happy, so happy for Isaac. He's come through so much, been around for such a long time. So it's nice to see him actually claim that, that belt, that Commonwealth title. So I'm really happy for that. So a massive congratulations to Isaac. Commiserations to Mclell, and I'm sure he'll come again. Also, before I go, so yeah, I didn't mind the cards. I like watching boxing anyway. So yeah, it was good to flip between the two, but nice to watch the highlights and give a bit of a review on it. So, we saw that Joshua Buatsi was in the crowd. We saw that Anthony Yarde was in the crowd. And I just don't want anyone to get caught up and think, okay, so what's happening with Aziz? Because obviously Joshua Buatsi is due to fight Aziz. So I hope there won't be no skipping over to get the Yarde fight made. Don't get me wrong. Joshua Buatsi, Anthony Yarde is the fight that I've always wanted to have seen from years ago. I've always said it. However, there's a fight with Aziz that's there, and hopefully that gets, rescheduled, gets put on. Can I see it being this year? I don't know what boxer cards are looking like. I know that they've got a card 18th of November in Wolverhampton. Nice local card. We've got Tyler Denny on that card. I believe that Ben Whittaker was supposed to have been on that because obviously Wolves is his hometown. But there's some suggestion that he won't be. And I haven't seen his face on the card anyway. So, yeah. We've got some fights coming up. Obviously, this weekend, please, I'm out again doing a live for Fury and Ngannou. I'll give you the times. I'm not doing 3 hours again. I'll do it, but I'm not doing 3 hours. So I'll give you the times when to tune in. I'll probably do 3 fights, including the headline, but no more than that. I might even just do the 2, but 3. But I'll let you know. So check out my Instagram, October Red Media. Or my Twitter, October Red UK, and I'll put the times that I'm going to go live. The flyer's up. It's already scheduled. It's definitely happening. Lord willing, everything goes okay, and I'm still here to do the show. And one more final thing before I go. I always say that, and then I say about 10 things. 2 conversations I'm going to send you over to watch. And the first one, I've clipped it and I put it on my IG. And it was a conversation with Andy McCart from IFL TV. His conversation with Eddie Hearn when he talks about kind of like strategies and what he's going to be doing with his fighters. And that seems to be echoing across the boxing community, which is brilliant to see. Really good conversation. I enjoyed that because it wasn't the he said, she said. It was like, okay, let's talk about strategies. What are you doing next? And I'll let you watch the video. I might put the link in, but it's there, IFL. Go and watch it. Andrew McCart, Eddie Hearn. It's before the fight. I think it's before the weekend. Yeah, might be. And then the second one that I've watched as well is Boxing King Media with Shane Fury. Fantastic listen. Go and watch it, start to finish. Very interesting. A very honest and matter of fact conversation. So yeah, go and watch that as well. You've probably already watched them anyway, but I'm going to shout out those two. So Andy McCart from IFL with Eddie Hearn, and Boxing King Media with Shane Fury out there for the Battle of the Baddest. You know what to do. October the 28th, if you're in the country, you're here, and you fancy, I don't know, a bit of banter, a bit of watch along stuff, hop over to my channel. And like I said, I'll update you on the actual times and the fights that we'll be covering on the watch along later on in the week. Anyway, that's enough from me. You guys are fantastic. Thanks for the subscriptions. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the views. Can't do it without you. And as at October Red, we always say, stay ready.